Navigation Center. And it's a new facility. And of course, what we wanted to provide folks who are staying in the gateway system, but especially in housing navigation, is literally an area outside. But what I think what folks will hear is how important that is. Like if you are in a small quarters and you're in a place, unfortunately with not a lot of windows, how much it means to be able to be outside is very important. And it's also part of, sort of, I think who we are as people, but also as like New Mexicans, like you need X amount of sunshine every day, and so that's what this facility is for. And it's also dog friendly. And it's been part of, us just trying to make sure that we have as many of those little things that make people's journey through the gateway a little bit better and helps them facilitate them on their way. So we'll just kind of do a little round robin, but Gilbert, you want to chime in?
Yeah,
first?
Absolutely. Well, thank you. I remember sitting down with our architecture firm, Mullen Heller, really looking at the conceptual design, and to reach this point now where to see it established, it's so important. Understanding that if you've done this work, as I have as a social worker for years, anytime you're at your worst point in your life because of whatever circumstances, whenever you come up to a facility that's supposed to be supportive or helpful, just the appearance of that institution could really change your feelings as to, is this a place that will welcome me, be able to serve me, be able to help me? Whether that's a school, a place of work, and or what you would call your next transitional place for living or your home. So accomplishing this for the outdoor area is so important. We know all the science behind why spaces like this are needed. We know it's trauma informed because low barrier means you don't have to leave your pets behind because we will have a space for them, that you will be welcomed into this space and have an outdoor area like much of us want in our own homes or communities. This is a hospital and the nearest park is quite a way away. So having an outdoor space to be able to meet your needs while you're rebuilding, working toward and changement in your life, it's so important. So accomplishing this and seeing it, it's really, really nice to be able to say this is one more piece for the Housing Navigation Center. Understanding folks will be here temporarily as they're getting the support that they need to move to the next level in their life and transition. And that's a piece that was really missing in our system. We had shelter care, and that was pretty much it. And this housing navigation component is so important because it really provides that wraparound to say, how do we help you and what's in your way to be able to get to that? And when you're trying to manage the fact that you just don't know where you're going to sleep, if we remove that barrier, now you can start focusing on the important ingredients to move toward stability, right? And so my appreciation for that. I know this was not done in isolation. A lot of folks contributed to this. Bradbury Stam is our construction manager and dealing with us and being able to set this up. We appreciate them. Mullen Heller, our architects, who really brought the design. And I told them from day one, we need to be as trauma informed as possible because I've had the opportunity to tour other facilities in other cities. And unfortunately, they all have good intentions, but we learned a lot of lessons as how could we design it differently for our community. And so this was the result, which I'm really proud of and appreciative of. And this was the culmination. Our federal delegates were able to support us. We've asked for money every year, and they were really committed to this. And so it was the federal dollars that came in that really helped us build this and was committed to this spot. And so we hope that we put every penny to use in the design as well as the warm welcome for the folks that live here.
Thanks, Gilbert. And Melissa's crew, of course, runs this outfit for heading home. And any comments or perspectives you want to share?
Yeah, I mean, I was here at the start when we first started to fill the beds here at this facility, and it has been really great to kind of watch the growth of it, the growth of the program, the growth of the facility. I do want to give a shout out as like the boots on the ground to Gateway facility and maintenance teams because they were there every step of the way for us. If there was ever an issue, they were on top of it. They were quick to respond. And they supported where this has gotten. And I would say Heading Home has been very, very proud to be part of the Gateway system. I think we do good work, and we continue to look forward to its growth.
Thank you. And we always want to try and get a resident's perspective. So, Lisa, go ahead.
As I'm a resident here, I've been a resident here for almost 5 weeks, and having something like this, when you're in the position we're in, I mean, they already do so much, and to set something like this up where I can come out. I'm a smoker. I can smoke. I have a dog, a beautiful area to bring her out to. My wife behind me is not a smoker, but she can come out and get some fresh air. From you're inside a building all day, or she has a job, but to be able to just come out and relax. People don't realize when you're in this position what this small patio means to the residents that live here day in and day out. It's just, to me, it's just amazing that they would even take the time to do that for us. I think it's great.
Thank you. And also our city councilor, Nicole Rogers.
Thanks, Mayor. I'm just here because it's in District 6. But I'm just excited to see the progress. I think that's the biggest thing, is that this is something that's useful and that the residents asked for. And so it's us listening to what folks who are here, what they need. And I'm excited to just see it all connect. I think and I keep saying it, we're like right at this precipice. Like literally right there. Once all of these things are connected and the plans that we have to connect it all, we're going to see huge changes out in the community because of this place. And so I'm just grateful that we all can do what we need to do to make it happen.
Thank you, Counselor. We also just want to highlight we try and have different outdoor spaces for the different things that are going on here. So, you can see Turquoise Lodge outdoor space. These are all things that weren't there before, and that's sort of behind folks. And then we're also going to have a version for the next, shelter piece. We refer to it as men's. It may not be for men's or whatever, but the next expansion space is going to be kind of down there. And then, of course, we have different space for the medical respite folks over there. So we're trying to mix in outdoor, indoor space for each kind of program that we run here. And so we're going to keep doing that as we continue to expand. And so I think with that, we can take a few questions if you guys want.
Justin from the Journal. Can you kind of talk about who exactly is going to have access to this space? Is it just residents, or is it also residents and guests? Like, who will have access to it?
Well, this space is, in general, right, the Gateway it's a referral-based program. And so, in general, all of the space is for folks who are enrolled in the Gateway system. And the specific outdoor space, what we do is we try and create, so each sort of group of folks who have a unique need have their own unique space. So for example, the folks dealing with recovery, they have their own space outside and inside. Our women have their own space outside and inside. The people dealing with medical issues and the people who are just staying for a night, they also have their own space. So the space is, just divided up based on the sort of community needs, and that's very important for a number of reasons. Some of it is safety, because people are at different stages of their recovery. Yeah, in different stages of their journey. And some of it also is just to make sure too that we're trying to create that sense of place, that this is like your place. And I'm sure the women here will agree that you want your space.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
You almost become defensive over,
yeah.
Hey.
And I know the recovery folks are very similar. There's a lot of peer-based reinforcement, and they were very clear from day one. Folks dealing with recovery need to stay with folks dealing with recovery, inside and outside. Yeah. Of course, I mean, people are free to leave, just to be clear. Yeah. Other questions?
No.
What was this before? Was it just part of the parking lot, or was it also a patio before this?
There's a lot of loading dock. You can see that's why the height of the walls and things like that, given this still is parts of this is still a hospital, but it was all a hospital. There was a lot of loading and a lot of even food and commissary material deliveries. So the whole backside mostly was a loading dock. So that's what this was. Well, thanks everybody. Enjoy outside and enjoy lemonade.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wawa
Thank you.
Lemonade for that donation. Please enjoy some.
Yeah, thank you, Bradbury and Mullen. Great work. Yeah.
Thank you.
Outside of the table.
I know it's okay. I have a vitamin D deficiency. Hey, can I ask you guys?
In your new space.
I just want to say goodbye to you. Okay,